to my channel. Welcome back to the product update video. I haven't done this kind of a video. I usually haul makeup and skincare, and I kind of give you a little first impression feedback because I try to use most of the stuff before I talk to you. But quite a few of you asked me if I could come back and basically give you a little bit more kind of, deeper feedback of what really worked and what didn't work for me. And a couple of items that I'm gonna talk about, you guys were very specific, so that's why I'm making this video. Let's do it. I will try not to repeat myself. If there is a certain product that I talk like in my monthly favorites, I tried not to include it here. I think there's only one product that I did talk, and I still include it here because it's so good. But basically, if you want to learn more what I like, what I didn't like, go to my monthly favorites. I'll try to I'll put a card up there so you can go ahead and check it out after this video, so this way I don't have to repeat myself. So basically, one of the newer stuff that I did not talk about this yet since I purchased is the Laneige toner. This is actually, it's called skin toner for normal to dry skin. I always complain about my skin being dry or on a drier side, and this is one of the products that I really love. It's kind of a similar to the Dior that I finished and that you will see in my empties, but I feel like it's a little bit better. This is not, I don't know if you can hear, this is not like a pure watery toner. This toner is more, has like a thicker substance. I do not use a cotton swab. I just basically pour a little bit on my hand and massage, in between, and then kind of tap around my face. And this just giving you a little boost of hydration. So I love this toner. It's huge. It's 200 ml. Laneige is not too expensive. I would highly recommend if you need to kind of boost and give your skin a little bit, if your skin is thirsty, and just give it a little bit more of the hydration. I would highly recommend this. I've got mine in Sephora. I think Sephora is the only store that carries these. And pretty recently I learned that Laneige is actually a company that is under the umbrella of Amore Pacific. Amore Pacific, if you're not familiar, is a very high-end Korean skincare brand, and I love Amore Pacific. So pretty much I just learned about this recently, and I was like, yeah, so you're getting a good stuff. So I would highly recommend this toner. When I use this toner, and I usually use this toner in the morning, because at night I like to use my Alpha H, which I mentioned it in my monthly favorite video, so I just don't want to repeat myself. But I use this in the morning and at the evening as well. This is also from the Laneige line, and this is the Water Bank. This is, to me, like a good serum. I basically started to use this instead of serum until I have decided, I just have to include them both at the same time, to use my Dior Glow Booster Serum together with this, and I mainly will mix these two in the morning. So I absolutely love this. Again, it's a very thick, well, it's not very thick, it's a thicker consistency, and it hydrates your skin amazingly. So I use it morning, I use it at night, I use it all the time, and I have like half left of this. So when I purchased Dior, which has been a few months, and a few of you asked me about this Dior, I actually, when I started to use, I found this to be a very difficult to distribute on my skin. So I kind of put it away, and I probably didn't use it for a month or so, until I realized that I can mix it with my with my Laneige. Like, hello, no brainer, right? So I basically take a good pump of Laneige, and I follow, because this one is like it has like a little pipette, and I basically follow with 3 to 4 drops of this glow booster, and I kind of distribute all over my face, and this is such a perfect pear. This is like my every morning and evening combination. I just love it. I'll skip this at the evening. I'll do this in the morning, but I do this mornings and evenings. So these two I actually love. See, because this on its own I do not like. If you have this, or if you don't want to buy obviously the Laneige water bank, you can mix a couple of drops with your daily moisturizer and it will work as well. But I didn't think that it was giving me such a good effect. Maybe the moisturizer is just too rich, and this kind of, I don't know, maybe it's just in my head. But basically, if you do get this, and I think it's a beautiful product, make sure that you mix it with something, because you will notice even if you put a couple of drops, 3 to 4 drops, what they suggest, in the palm of your hand, and you try to distribute, it will barely cover like a quarter of your face. So it's basically not very like emollient product, like the Dior Plump. I forgot what's the name of it. It comes in the same bottle. I think it's called a Plump Serum, something like that. It's beautiful. It's beautiful on its own. You don't need anything. But for this one, I just found that it works the best if I mixed with my water bank. Okay, another question I've got from you guys, it was about the Fenty primer. So I have been using it for quite some time now. I don't use it every day because I have so many primers, and I found that certain primers works differently with certain foundation. So it depends on foundation I wear. I'll use this primer or different primer, but this primer is very forgiving and it works with a lot of my foundation, and it's very, very hydrating. I'm actually looking forward to try Fenty, I think it's foundation, hydrating foundation or something like that. So maybe I'll go for it. I really do like it. It has a beautiful kind of a soft blush pink color to it, and it feels very moisturizing on the face, especially like if you do your skincare in the morning and then you kind of go on with your day, and let's say an hour, 2 hours later you go on trying to do your makeup. You need a little bit something, so you either have to reapply the moisturizer, or you can use some kind of a good hydrating primer. Absolutely love it. This one, again, it's in a Sephora. I'll try to link everything down below, as many products as I can find. And yeah, this one is very good and I enjoy it very much. The next primer that I wanted to mention, which I have it actually for a while, is the Chanel Base Lumiere. This is the Illuminating makeup base. It's good, but I feel like it's sometimes too glowy for me. So I just have to be careful. And I think if you decide to buy this, I would be careful where you put in, because if you kind of put all over the face, as I tend to, use my primers, I feel like you might be in, especially if you follow with like a glowy foundation, you might be a little bit too glowy, if you know what I mean, because it's a beautiful, beautiful illuminating product, and I just feel like I just have to kind of put it in a certain place of my face. I cannot just kind of go all over. So it's a nice product, not my favorite, because I don't feel like I need as much glow, but I do kind of put it, in this center of my, face in here, and it's fine. I just have to remember to use a different primer, which is a little pain in the butt. But hey, if you like to be glowy all over, and especially if you use with the matte foundation, that will work fine. But if you use a little bit more kind of, glowy moisturizing foundation, then might be a little bit too much. Another product from Chanel that quite a few asked me about, this is the new Chanel foundation. This is Blurring Smooth Effect Foundation Velvet Matte Finish. So basically Chanel updated their, foundation. The old one that also came in the same packaging but has a little bit, had a little bit shiny cap. This one is all matte, as you can see. It's a very lightweight foundation, which to me does not have enough coverage. I like it and I don't like it, if you know what I mean. I have to really build it up, and I feel like I'm going through this pretty quick. You know, there's like a little metal ball, you have to really mix it quite well, but I feel like I need quite a lot of the product, you know, to be kind of satisfied. It's not that I have any especially troubled skin, because I feel like my skin is really good, but for some reason I just want sometimes to erase myself a little bit, and I feel like this is just a little bit too lightweight for me. I'm still gonna use it, obviously. I'm gonna finish it. I possibly might be mixing it with something a little bit more heavy to give me more coverage, because otherwise it takes me like 15 minutes just to get my face going, if you know what I mean. So if you're looking for something that's gonna be very lightweight, especially I feel like it's gonna be perfect for older skins. You know, you do not want to have a cake skin on you. So I don't know, let's say you're in your 50s, 60s, 70s. I think this is going to be a great foundation, because when you put it on, it doesn't feel like you have anything, you know, on your face. So I think it's a very good foundation. It probably not my favorite right now, because I like a little bit more coverage for some reason, and I just don't want to fuss too much, you know. I just want to be quick, and still takes me 30 minutes at least to do my makeup. So it's good, I'll use it, but I most likely will now not repurchase now. Although I used the ones that I had before with the shiny cap, I used like 2 of them and I love them. So I don't know, maybe my skin just kind of, and my taste kind of changes, but that's a quick update because I know you guys were asking about it. The foundation that I will recommend, and it's one of my favorite these days, is from Guerlain. This is their newest foundation that just looks so beautifully in this bottle. It has a pump, so it's very easy to use. It is light coverage, but it's not as light as the Chanel. You can build it up much easier, much quicker, and I just love it. I think this foundation can work probably for anybody at any age, you know, unless you really like heavy foundation, that skip it. If you want more natural kind of looking, easy to build up and not to being cakey and kind of, you know, it's not super glowy, I don't want to say glowy, but it's very radiant, you know, like a healthy looking foundation. This is awesome. Couple of more products very quickly. Recently I've got this eye topper. This is 327 from Chanel, and I've used it quite a few times. I love this little guy. It's beautiful. It's nothing when I swatch it. I did swatch it when I show you guys this. You won't be able to see anything, so I won't even bother. But if you put it on the eye, oh my god, it's so beautiful. It's just so beautiful. I tried also wet. I thought maybe it will just give me even more sparkle. No, it doesn't work wet. Just use the best with just your fingers or the little sponge applicator that comes with. Just put it beautifully like on the top of your eyes, and it's just gorgeous. So it also came with a white color. I don't have the white. I have this little kind of a greenish khaki color. Love it. Love it. Highly recommend. If it's still available, I'll link it down below. Okay, let's talk about the Tatcha. If you guys remember, I purchased this eye cream quite some time ago. It was during the last... in August, yeah, during the last VIB sale. It's called the Tatcha, the Silk Peony Eye Cream. This is their newest kind of eye cream that they came up with, and to be honest with you, I don't like it. The texture, it's something, I don't know, it's just something funny about the texture. I know they're probably trying to be a little bit different, but when I think about an eye cream, I think about something more you know, like fluffy and kind of, I don't know, easy to kind of, you know, very emollient, easy to distribute. I found this texture to be very weird. Like, I will put my finger around and there's not much product staying on my finger, and then I found this very difficult to kind of distribute around my eye area. I know it's going to be very hard to explain, but you have to go to the store and just feel it. There is just something funny about the texture. It's almost like, I want to say it's it's almost like it wants to be primer. Did they have face primer? It's not as hard and thick, obviously, but it's just something funny. And I don't know, I don't think it's as moisturizing as I want it to be, as what I expect from the eye cream. So, you know, for that price, I mean, obviously, yes, I'm gonna use it, but I will most likely never repurchase, and I don't really like it. So I don't recommend. Might work for you, might work, you know, for someone else. I would just suggest go to the store and just try it. Take a little sample and just see for yourself. I like eye cream to be a little bit more creamy, and this is too it just feels a little bit too face primer like to me, if that makes sense. Two more products very quickly. A while ago I talked about the Laura Mercier blush, and the one I picked up is in the color Fresco. There's so many people talking about this and you know, raving about this. I love it. That's what I have on today. I think it's beautiful, very natural. Yeah, I mean, this color, like, yeah, especially if you have like a fair skin tone like me, I think it's very, very beautiful. Love it. Absolutely recommend it. You know, the sale will be probably happening next month. You can go ahead and grab one. And the last product I wanted to mention is from the Hourglass. I got a couple of jars of those, what do you call them? Scattered light glitter eyeshadows, and my favorite one that I've got is in the color Reflect. They come in those little cute jars, and when you open, there's a little topper that you have to just take it off, and the product is right there. You don't need a lot because this, oh, this is just so beautiful, especially like in the inner corner of your eyes. I'm not sure if you're able to tell, but it's just so beautiful, and they are incredibly like light reflecting, if that makes sense. I have a few of them, and this one is just my favorite. Hourglass recently came up with this set for Christmas. I would recommend to grab that because it's really cheaper than just getting one jar. If you want to, you know, get more than just one, I would recommend to go for the set. They are available at the Sephora. These are so good, you guys. I love it, and they stay on your eyes all day. Alright, so that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you find this video helpful. Let me know if you have any more questions. If you are new to my channel, make sure you subscribe. Click on the notification bell. This way you're not gonna miss any of my videos. And I hope you have a wonderful day, a wonderful week, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye!